Hello, welcome to the Scale Model Club. Long time no see. And on this week's show, we have Airfix's 176 scale Cromwell tank. Let's get on and build this sucker.
Nice.
Hello, welcome to the Scale Model Club. A big apology coming because it's been a while since I've been at the bench, but I'm back at the bench and mucking the filming up.
So here we are, back at the bench. This is the Airfix 176 scale Cromwell tank, and this is a paint set I bought from Vallejo. As you can see, it gives you all the different types of shades that you need to do the Cromwell tank. We'll just open the box up and have a look, he says, as the box seems to be a bit tricky and has got him fooled already. It's because I didn't want to rip it and then I ripped it. Come on. Ah, it's the old sellotape, yeah. Should have seen that coming. So in the kit you get 6 paints. They're only small bottles, but the good thing is you get a code for the paint. So if you want to do the Cromwell again and you've run out of paints, you can just look at the code and get yourself the right paints. So, and what we have is we have a primer, and then we have a panel line, which is like a dark green. Then we have a top coat, a highlight coat, and then there is some matte varnish. So also in the kit you get this big poster with all the different types of paints that Vallejo do, and there's quite a lot. No, can't get it all on camera. But the set was rather cheap, off of eBay, so let's get going. Thanks everybody for hanging on and waiting for me to come back. I know I've been off for a while, but back at it now. So we'll get some blue tack, stick the blue tack on the bottom of the tank. It's just to hold it, put some cocktail sticks in the bottom of it, hold it with a couple of pegs. I've seen me do that before. Using Vallejo primer. I know I've got a primer in the set, but it's exactly the same primer. So I'll just clean the top of the paint lid, and then we'll get some in the airbrush, and we will undercoat this. It was a lovely kit to build. Everything went together. There was some brilliant detail on it, some lovely panel lines. It's a really good little model. Fantastic from Airfix. My only problem is that I lost the filming of me building it, so apologies there. We'll build another one and I'll put that up. So this is mostly a how to paint your Cromwell episode. So I cover the whole thing in some grey primer. I didn't use any filler. Didn't have problems with any bits of the kit whatsoever. There's a new style of tracks on this one compared to the old ones, the old rubber tracks. This has got us, as you can see there under my finger, it's a moulded track. Left all the wheels on the sprues so that they were easier to handle. Gave everything a good wash of the Vallejo Ghost Grey primer. A few other little bits and pieces, wheels, this, that and the other. Did all the underneath with the undercoat, and then didn't bother putting the colour on it because you don't see it, so I didn't paint it. There's lots and lots of little details on the front of these tanks. You've got the light guards, headlights, the little machine guns, everything. The panel lines are quite nice. I'm really looking forward to doing both the new tool Tiger and the new tool Sherman that I've got in my stash. So Only reason I really chose the Cromwell to do this time round was because I've already done a Sherman and a Tiger, and I thought I'd wait for those. This is the Red Hog accessory kit. I think I have done an unboxing video of that. So this is resin, and as you see, you get a spare wheel, some ammo boxes, and some tarpaulins, and they're all to fit wherever you want to put them on your Cromwell tank. So the best way I found of painting these, because they're quite light and they blow around, is you put your tape like this in a loop and stick it to your desk, and then you've got a sticky upside, so you can then stick your pieces down, so when you paint them they don't blow away everywhere. So what I thought I'd do with these, I don't really know what the best way round is, so I thought I will paint them as they come, and then I will tidy them up after painting, so they get exactly the same coat of grey primer as the rest of the tank does. Didn't wash anything, didn't sand anything, all done. Now what I did with those, right now this is the dark green that you use for the panel lines, as you can see there. I've lost the filming for that too. I lost quite a lot of filming. It's been a long time since I've been at the bench, and then even longer since I've been editing, so apologies for mucking this right up. So this is now the base coat of green. As you can see, you put a light coat of base coat of green on, and you can still see the panel lines a little bit. The next job is to get the slightly lighter colour, the highlight colour, and then paint inside all the panel lines. So this is the new system that Airfix have used on this one instead of having the rubber tracks. Put the back wheels on first, and then you glue the track on, then you put the wheels over the top. I left those off during painting, so you can see, so that I could paint the track separately and the other wheels separately, and then I use super glue to put them back on, mainly because super glue's a little bit stronger. I like to use super glue for tracks and for running gear on aircraft. It's just a bit stronger. Just mind your fingers. So as you can see, I've sort of done that side, and it sort of clicks into place. It's not bad. It's not bad. So it clicks into place, and it's a little bit fiddly. It's mostly making sure that you've got the spokes on the drive shaft, the drive wheel, in the holes of the tracks. Otherwise, it doesn't fit and it looks a bit funny. But once you've got it in place, looks brilliant. It looks like it's a really good track. It's a good way of doing it because the tracks look really real. I quite like it. Although the video shows me sort of mucking about a little bit with it and trying to get it to sit right. It takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it rather than having the rubber tracks. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for keeping an eye on my Instagram, and make sure everyone likes and subscribe and all that other stuff that we do with YouTube. Right, so we'll let that sit for a little bit, and I mean a little bit is in like a couple of seconds, just to let the tracks get hold. So now the next thing to do is to glue the wheels together. So you just put a little bit on that side and then drop the wheel into place. Now the only thing I didn't do is I didn't paint the black rubber on the wheels. I did that after I fitted them, and in hindsight I could have stuck with these on cocktail sticks and painted them. It would have been a bit easier, but it came out nice in the end. But as you can see, it builds up to look like a really nice model. So that's all the drive wheel, not drive wheels, sorry, that's all the suspension wheels in. We'll zoom in a bit, look at that, look. That's the first time I've done that. I should just do more of this, look, you can see what's been going on. So, a little bit of super glue, pop the wheel in, Brilliant. And this is the awkward one at the back, because you've got to get the spokes in between the little gaps, but to be fair, it wasn't that bad. Also, once I'd got this stuck on, as you can see, there's a few little bits where the paint had come off. I did then touch bits up. Next, we've got the decals. Same as always, I have painted the entire thing with Tamiya Clear XF22. Sorry, not XF, it's just F22. Let that dry. Now, these are really awkward decals on the top of a Cromwell because they sit all over the bumpy bits. So wait until the decal's freely moving on the back of your paper. It's warm water, that's all I've got in there. But I do make sure it's warm, just lukewarm, don't want it like boiling, just because I think that the warm water makes it come free of the backing a bit easier. That's Mark Fit from Tamiya. I'm really enjoying that at the moment. So I put that on first, put the sticker on top of it. Now that helps it stick, and it helps pull the decal down over all the lumps and bumps. So let's pop that on there. Once that's on there, put a little bit more on the top. I don't know if I showed you that, but once I get it in the right place, I put a little bit more on top and left it. You want to leave it about half hour, 40 minutes, and then come back to it. And if it still hasn't stunk down to where you want it to go, put a little bit more on and walk away. And I kept doing that until it literally sucked itself down over all the little dimples and rivets and things. So I painted with an airbrush the bits that were on there. There's just a khaki colour, and I painted the wheel in the same green and painted the tyre on. And this is a dark brown wash for green vehicles that I covered all of that in, and I also did the panel lines on the tank, as you can see. Let it dry, and then with a little bit of white spirit on your cotton bud, I wiped off the excess, so you're left with just the panel liner in the panel lines. Don't know why I did it. It came out really nicely, but obviously I'm going to put all the accessories on the back of it. But so the accessories then I took off, cleaned them all up, painted, and then decided I stuck them on the vehicle. This is sort of you can put them all over the place. So I had the two tarps on the back and the roll up, and then another one on the side, and then I tried to put the ammo box on the side. And so you can put your little accessories anywhere you want and make it your model. Clean them all up, give everything a little bit of a touch up, and the model's all done. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and come back next time for some more modelling shenanigans.